Assalamu alaikum Pakistan, what is going on? It's me, Johnny Law, and you are watching the Vids World channel. Now today, we're watching, or we're going to be reacting to a song rather, called Channa by Atif Aslam. Now we're not just reacting to this because this is Atif Aslam and he is one of my favourite artists of all time. We're reacting to this because we've had lots of requests from you guys to take a look at this. So that is exactly what we're going to do. If you do end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. We have two channels at the moment, both called Vids World. You'll find the links down in the description for the respective channels. Also, make sure if you do want to support us even more, you can hit the super thanks button just down below. Go have a look for that and hit that if you fancy supporting us a little bit more. Now, just before we jump into the video, how about we take a look at some comments from some of the previous videos. This one from the Channa BTS reaction video. This one from Atif Aslam, and this says, "You're my favourite reactor, sir. More power to you." Well, that is incredibly, I mean, that's great to hear. Thank you very much for leaving that comment. Hopefully, I can continue to entertain you. So it's all very well and good being entertaining for one or two videos, but I'd like to think I can keep it up. So yeah, as long as you stick around, I'm going to do my best to keep entertaining you. Thank you very much, Hadia, for leaving that comment. I appreciate that. Second comment, this one also from the Channa BTS video. This from Fading Forever. Good to hear from you once again. Johnny Law, tell us more about yourself. Give us a Q&A video someday. I'm sure people are curious about you as you're curious about our culture. Well, that's awfully flattering to hear. I mean, I'm very glad that you guys like my reactions, but is a Q&A something you'd actually be interested in? Are you actually interested in, are you guys that interested? If you are, let me know down in the comments. I wouldn't have thought you guys would be that interested, but if you are, then maybe that's something we could do one day. I'll take a look at it. Thank you very much for the comment. It's good to hear from you again. Third comment, this one from the Channa video as well. Mohammed Arab, he says, Johnny Law, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I enjoyed your reaction a lot. Why do you not react to videos so regularly? Please also react to Atif Aslam's Why Coulda High from Coke Studio Season 12. Well, I mean, you don't need to tell me twice to react to an Atif Aslam video, but best believe we will get round to watching all the Atif Aslam we possibly can. But to address the first part of the question, like I mentioned in the last video, because of time, well, obviously I have a job, I have other commitments. I can't, unfortunately, spend all of my time making these videos, so I'm limited on time. We're also limited on money, as we do run into a lot of copyright issues. Today we're going to be trying it a little bit different. I'm gonna have the video in like a little display here rather than having it full screen. Maybe that might. Someone pointed out in the comments in the last video that maybe that's something I should try, so that's what we're going to do. So let's see how that works, shall we? Fourth comment, this one from the Jal Perry reaction video I did, and this from Ruman, and this says, Atif Aslam is a gem of Pakistan. Beautiful voice ever. Assume the most beautiful voice ever, which I couldn't agree with more. Absolutely, my good sir. Not only a gem, but a diamond, dare I say. He's the GOAT. Atif Aslam, he's the best. What can I say? Fifth and final comment, this one from the Tajum reaction that I did. Absolutely loved that song. Those women absolutely killed it. This one from Hassan Qureshi, and this says, please react to The Legend of Mola Jat trailer. Sounds interesting. The movie is a blockbuster and the highest grossing in the history of Pakistani cinema. Interesting. Now, obviously, I'm usually a music man, but maybe I should cross over into the world of Pakistani cinema. Maybe that's where we could go next while waiting for Coke Studio Season 15. Or maybe we've already been working on that video and it'll be out very soon. Who knows? I'm interested. I am interested. What's he got for us this time? Oh, we're starting off with some cellos. Oh, we've got a whole string section. Some violins, 5-string bass. तेरे प्यार दी ऐनी छावे ठंडी लगदी ऐ मैनू हर थावे. Okay, I've got to try and remain cool and collected. Just because this is Atif Aslam does not mean I can just have a childish grin about me the whole video, and I need to focus. I need to be. I am a music reviewer. I am not a fanboy. I am a fanboy, but regardless, I mean, already, his voice is fantastic. It's great. Do you know, the funny thing is, I was at My area in England is actually very famous for South Asian cuisine because there's a very big culture around here. And I went to a restaurant the other night and they were playing an Atif Aslam song. Now, I'd not heard the song before, but I could tell it was Atif from a mile away because his voice is instantly recognizable. So I called the waiter over. I said, by any chance, is this Atif Aslam? He was like, of course it is. I was like, this is the best. Anyway, I'm fanboying. Serious reaction to music. Let's go.
Channa, likh ke main tera naam chumdi rehniyan apni.
Oh, okay. Okay, we've got a bit of fun.
Tere pyar di aini chhaave.
Okay, that didn't go quite where I was expecting. I was literally about to say, oh, we're in for, we've got quite a serious one this time. We've got sort of like a, sounds like loathing of, of long lost love. It's going to be quite an emotionally driven song, which it probably is. But then the drums, the bass, the guitar come in, and all of a sudden we've got a slightly, well, definitely a South Asian charm to it. This sort of funky, bouncy kind of rhythm you guys just absolutely kill it. His singing makes me want to cry, but the rhythm makes me want to dance. It's confusing. It's confusing. Also, I have noticed you guys always seem to use 5-string basses. Now, obviously, in the West, most commonly you'll find the 4-string bass. The classic P bass, classic jazz bass. It's typically 4-string. You guys seem to really like 5. Maybe there's I don't know. Maybe it's due to scales or what. I mean, obviously, I'm not a bass player myself. Maybe one of you will be able to enlighten me on that. But interesting. 5-string. You don't always see it. Well, over here at least. But there we go.
चुमदी रहनियां अपनी चन्ना लिख के मैं तेरा नाम.
There we go. So, Channa, the word is referring to the person themselves. I imagine it is the word darling. I might be, or maybe. Yeah, I would imagine it is, or something along. I mean, obviously, Channan is translating as darling, but I would imagine that. Am I right with that? You'll have to let me know in the comments. I think that's probably what it is. We've shifted tone again. We've gone from string to we've gone over to the brass section now, and not only that, we've got an instrument. I'm quite well versed in the world of instruments. I have no idea what that is. Obviously, we've got a saxophone here and a trombone, but what is this? What is this? I have never seen this before in my life. It looks handmade, which is even cooler because. One thing I do love about Cook Studio is it gives the spotlight to the instruments I've never seen or heard of. So it's great to hear. You guys will have to enlighten me. I have no idea what this is. Oh, the trumpet as well? Now, also, for those of you, now some of you might be wondering, why does this tall man have a bigger saxophone than this man here with a smaller saxophone? Is it like, do you get different size saxophones for how tall you are? Not quite, no. So this is a tenor saxophone and this is a bass saxophone. So essentially, this saxophone can go higher than this one and this one can produce lower notes than that one, obviously creating richer tone. It isn't just because this man is taller, therefore needs a bigger one. That's just in case any of you are wondering. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Even the strings look like some of the deeper strings look like they're hand woven. Obviously, the thicker a string, the bassier the tone will be. The thinner the string, the higher the note will be. Exact same on guitars, pianos, anything with the strings. It's the same way. But like I say, these are all like hand woven. It would appear.
कदी तोड़ी ना वे दई रखी बस तू कदमां च थावे सोने तू हुण आवे भावें ना वे चस पै गया उड़ीकां दा वे.
Again, like really interesting uses of English. Obviously, this might not be like one-to-one complete, direct translations, but I've become addicted to waiting for you. Just really interesting ways of using English that you wouldn't typically hear over here, and it's not incorrect. It's not incorrect English at all. It's perfectly correct, but it's just like you guys have got such a creative way of approaching our language through yours, and it's brilliant. Like I've become addicted to waiting for you. I would never think to phrase it like that, but it works. I love it. It's great.
Channa, likh ke main tera naam chumdi rehniyan apni baan.
Now, like I say, there's a really great juxtaposition in this song because obviously he's singing of longing for this individual Channa. But the juxtaposition of the actual instruments would make it appear more jovial, more light-hearted, more. So maybe it's not something that he don't ever think. He doesn't think it won't be reciprocated. This would suggest to me that there is an optimistic view when they're approaching the song. So although he's longing for this person, he doesn't see that always being the case, because if that was, it would be much slower, maybe just stringed, maybe have a piano as well. But because we've got like a nice groove and we've got like it's very up tempo, I would infer a sense of optimism that he doesn't see that being the case for the near future. So maybe that would explain the juxtaposition. I don't know.
Channa, likh ke main tera naam chumdi rehniyan apni baan.
That's another thing. If you watched any Coke Studio songs or any of particularly any of Atif's songs, he likes to iterate on choruses. Now, obviously, the chorus is usually just repeated. It's the same melody, same words, just repeated in between each section of the verse, or maybe after the bridge or whatever. He likes to iterate slightly, so every single chorus will be slightly different, and as the song progresses, he gets slightly the melody. He slightly embellishes every time, and it becomes slightly more complicated. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but it's a great trick, because he could just sing the same thing over and over, but he likes to just change it up a little bit. I like that. Oh, got a keyboard now. Whoa, okay. Wow, okay, I've not heard that from Atif before. That is a new style I have not come across yet. So I need to go back. Hold up. I have not heard him sing that. That is almost otherworldly. That sounds like that was like ethereal. That was like, that's like a moment when that's like a moment of seeing God. That is like, wow. I didn't expect that. I like it.
रंग ला जान वे सोनी हो जावां जद तेरे कोल बावे लू लू विच तेरी दीद रवावे नहीं रह सकदी तेरे बिना
That's exactly what I was talking about. He likes to, you know, iterate. Obviously, but like the emotion behind that chorus is much higher than all of the previous ones. We've got like a real crescendo at the end with this last chorus here. Also, one thing I really noticed then was I really like that bass line. If you just listen to the guy on the bass, what he's doing in the background. Obviously, the bass often goes, unfortunately for the bass players, the bass often goes unnoticed, but music is nothing without a bass, you know, without a bit of bass. And just have a listen. Nice. Oh, there we go. I'm doing the same as him, taking my headphones off. I mean, you got who are you guys kidding? You knew I'd love the song, right? You knew I'd like yeah. As long as it's got Atif on it, hey, it's cool. I like it. The wow, that little that little vocal solo towards the end there. Wow. I mean, I was not expecting that one bit. And I've not heard Atif use that style or sing that high before in any previous songs. Incredible, like I say, I've said this about almost every Pakistani singer, but it's incredible ability to maintain tone throughout the range of their vocal. Because obviously, you know, when you get higher or like you can often get a bit raspy and a bit thin. When you get lower, you can get a bit like you can start to get a bit torn up and you can lose your tone. No sign of that here. I loved it. Like I say, it was a refreshing take on because obviously, you know, we've heard many love songs over the years, but that was a slightly more optimistic one. It was one of longing, but like I say, the instrumental would indicate that there is optimism. Like I say, a slightly different take. I like that. I love the vocal solo, the little bass line as well. Very subtle, but I liked it. Instrumentation as always, brilliant. This is all live, people. This is live music. We don't get quite enough of it over here, unfortunately. But what did you guys think? Did you enjoy the video? Did you enjoy the song? Let me know what you think. Where should we go next? What should we react to next? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to both our channels. That'll be linked down in the description. And if you want to show us a bit more support, go ahead and hit that super thanks button. We'd be much appreciative. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in the next video. But until then, make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. And I'll see you very soon. Allah Hafiz. See you guys.